everyone and welcome again to RC Fun and Games. I am Ryan and today we're going to be starting the upgrade series on the awesome 1/24th scale FMS Camel Trophy trucks. And as you can see on the table over here, I've got loads of Injora upgrades for these little trucks. So we're going to be doing a step-by-step upgrade series on these little Camel Trophy rigs. I picked up everything that was available from Injora for these little rigs. So we have got brass weights, steering knuckles, drive shafts, steering links, shocks. I also believe we have some rims. So we got loads of upgrades to get started with on these little trucks. And to get started on this upgrade series, I'm going to start with the high clearance links. So let's jump into the garage, let's get them assembled and installed and see exactly what it takes to get this job done. Okay, so now that I'm in the garage, I'm going to start off by grabbing the links, getting them assembled, and then we'll get them fitted to the truck. Okay, so as we can see, we get 4 tiny little links that are exactly the same, and by the looks of it, these 4 links are also exactly the same. So now let's get our ends out and get them assembled. Okay, so you get 2 different ends for the links. You've got these longer and angled ones, which I believe go with the short links, and these shorter, fat ones go with the long links. So let's start getting these assembled. Once you've got that screwed on, just take your ball joint and push it in. Simple as that. So I'm gonna do all the rest. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we got these 4 assembled, let's move on to these. Okay, so now that I've got all the links assembled, let's grab the little truck and let's start getting these links out. Okay, so now that I've got the wheels off, I'm going to start by swapping out these lower links. Now let's drop this link in, and this is how I assume it goes. Now I'm going to loosen the upper link. Now once again, using the shape like this, I'm going to drop the front one in. Now I'm also going to remove the screw on the upper link. Let's quickly get these wheels off. Now let's get these unscrewed. Okay, so now let's get the upper screws out. Okay, so as you can see, the original one is a 3-point and we're going 4-link now. So we're going to have to find a different way of attaching it to the axle. And all I'm going to do is use an individual screw from either side to do it. Now, as you can see, this is the way I assembled my front links. Each one faces a different angle so you can get that triangle shape. Now, there is no hardware provided with the links, so you're going to have your own screws to fit the front links. Now I'm going to be using a 1.2mm by 6. To make this installation easier, I'm just going to remove this screw. There's no point struggling. Now I've got to say, these are a bit of a squeeze to get in, so make sure you work it in. Okay, so now that we got the front ones in, let's move on to the back. Now, let's get that link in there, and like I mentioned, it's a tight squeeze. Definitely say it again, they're quite tricky to get in. My drive shaft even fell apart, so don't forget now to make sure your drive shaft is still in phase when you reconnect it. So just make sure, and this front drive shaft is tiny. So you know what, I might actually change these drive shafts out as well today, just to make sure like at the bottom of this is going to be nice and tough. So I think we'll throw the drive shafts on right after I get these links fitted. So let's not worry about that drive shaft and let's get this fitted. Just want to show you guys in detail exactly how I'm fitting them. They used to sit in the middle there. I'm putting them on the outside. Should work perfectly fine. Now, one thing I'll tell you is until you upgrade all the parts, do not over tighten anything. And even when you do, don't over tighten. These screws are tiny. And once again, I'm just going to release this screw to make it easier because it's a really tight fit. Once again, I've had to get it into place off camera because it's just too difficult to do on camera. Anyway, let's just screw it in. Now I'm going to get the front one on and we're going to swap out the drive shafts as well at the same time. Okay, now very gentle on these, you don't want to over tighten them. To remove the drive shaft we are going to need a Phillips. Let's get this thing put together. Now don't forget, keep the lugs in line, okay? So like that you make sure your drive shaft is in phase. So those two must match up and those two must match up. Now getting this in there might be a bit difficult, so I'll probably put one half at a time. Okay. So now that we've got that there, let's connect it and make sure it's in phase. And as you can see, the two lugs are matching up. So definitely in phase. Let's quickly throw our other link back on so it can't fall off. Okay, so now that I've got that drive shaft on, might as well get this one swapped out quickly too. And this is something I want to point out that I really like about these little rigs, is that you've got a counter-rotating transmission. Way better than the Traxxas TRX4M design, as it really reduces the torque twist a lot. Okay, so now that I've got this all installed, I'm going to get the wheels back on, and then I'm going to get it all installed on the Range Rover. And of course, at the end of the video, I will let you know if it was exactly the same as fitting it here to the Discovery. Okay, so I got the links and the drive shafts fitted to both trucks, and the process was exactly the same on both of them. And these two platforms are identical to each other. The lengths are exactly the same. Now, the only thing left to do is to take them out and go and give them a little run so we can see how they perform after fitting these accessories. And of course, very soon I'll be back in this garage so we can fit more upgrades to these awesome little mini rigs. And besides that, I've got one of the big brothers to unbox, so that'll be coming in the next video, so stay tuned. And if you're enjoying this type of content, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now until the next video, happy trails everyone!